For everyone out there, this is Tally. He is the best. But there is one thing that is really weird about him.
Really weird.
Tally thinks vegetables are delicious.
Broccoli, peppers, he eats them all with gusto. I do love that most of the vegetables he really loves, we can grow in our backyard.
This is a snap review for Delicious, a flip and write game by the team at Pencil First Games. Steve Finn, Eduardo Baraf, and Clementine Campardu.
An unlimited number of people can play, as long as they can see the cards and have a player sheet.
Pencil First even has a sheet on their website that you can download so everyone can play.
A game takes about 20 to 30 minutes.
Let's talk about the art in Delicious.
So the cards and the background on the sheets have this watercolor style to it. They're beautiful.
Of course, that's not all of the art in the game.
That's right. Delicious calls itself an artful game. Why? Because after you flip vegetable cards or look at fruit tokens, you're actually going to draw them on your player sheet.
But for those of you who can't draw, like me, the back of the rulebook gives you step-by-step instructions on how to draw those fruits and vegetables. If you still can't do it, you can just write the letters.
Yes. But let's talk about the mechanics of this game.
So you're going to set this game up by setting up a split deck of vegetable cards for the top and for the bottom halves of the garden.
They're indicated by these little up and down tokens. Give everyone a garden sheet and a player sheet. Each round, flip out a new top and bottom card. You'll also take 2 tokens out of the bag and put 1 on each card. More on those in a minute.
You only get to draw vegetables according to what you select on your player sheet, though. Each round, you need to choose. Will you use 1 card in the correct place, top or bottom?
Will you use both cards in the correct place?
Or will you use 1 card but switch to the other side?
You've also got 2 chances to use both cards and put them wherever you want.
Each vegetable card also has an icon in the bottom right. This is going to tell you whether the token you pulled out goes on the fruit side or the tool side.
If it's a tool, you can use it to put a fruit or vegetable of any kind in the row or column that has that tool in it. You're still limited by that top or bottom restriction, though. And you need to cross off the tool after you use it.
Can't use it a second time?
No.
If it's a fruit, draw that fruit in the fruit planter in a space that is the same shape as the shape on the card. Hexagon, star, or oval.
Each of the 6 vegetable planters has slightly different restrictions, too.
The wheelbarrow, everything has to be different.
In the boots, you're planting 2 different pairs of vegetables.
3 identical vegetables need to go in the suitcase.
And 3 different vegetables in the small raised bed.
If you're the first to fill a planter, you'll check this box on the left for an extra bonus point. If you're the first to complete the entire top or the entire bottom, you get the honey bonus as well.
Over on the fruit side, you score points for rows and columns. You get a few points for at least 3 different fruits, but you get more points if you can do at least 3 of the same fruit in a connected row.
At the end of the game, flip over your player sheet and add up your scores to see who wins.
So Andrew, what were our expectations from this game?
Well, Pencil First always makes super solid games, so I knew that even if I didn't care for something about it, either from like the theme or something about some designer decisions, I was going to respect and appreciate the solid gameplay. And that's exactly what I got. As you know, I've also been becoming a little more fond of roll and writes lately, so that helped too. On the negative side, I saw that it said 1 to 100 in the player count on the box, and that told me that there wouldn't be player interaction, which is something that I really like in games, and I was right about that too.
I saw that the game has an additional solo mode. That's really odd to see in this style of game that's, 1 to 100, and I wanted to check that part out. So that leads us into what surprised us about Delicious.
I was surprised how much the game grew on me. I swear, okay. Anyway, after I played it once, I thought it was fine. Like, it was Draftosaurus crossed with 3 sisters. Kind of. But playing it more really made me appreciate the puzzle of trying to complete things faster than others while still being held to the same exact restrictions. Unlike some other roll and writes, everybody has the same icons in all of the same places.
It was really fun to be able to play this solo with the pesky crow who limits your placement options. And it was also really fun playing over video chat with our friends. If the lack of player interaction really bothers you, there's also a mini expansion included, the Community Garden. This increases the tension between players by giving special abilities to whoever finishes a specific planter first.
So Anitra, do we recommend Delicious?
Delicious is a really nice, solid flip and write. It draws from elements of a lot of other successful games that came before it. It's definitely worth checking out if you love gardening, or if you're a big fan of roll and rights and flip and rights, as long as you don't mind the limited interaction.
Delicious didn't till any unused soil. That is to say, there aren't any brand new mechanics here. The drawing was a nice twist, and it definitely did help draw in our artistic child.
That was great.
Yeah. All of these pieces are put together well, and it really does make for a game that can get its roots into you. So, Anitra, what are we going to rate Delicious from Pencil First Games?
A lot higher than your puns, for sure. We're going to give it 3.5 out of 5 fruits.
And vegetables.
And that's Delicious
In a snap.
Very limited interaction.